I can stick a fork in my SEC pick now.
Stick it hard in it.
And while I stick a fork in Texas, Mr. Cole Johnson, he has the pleasure to eulogize his own team.
You see, Playmaker thought that I was BSing back in August when I said that Texas, if they get 3 L's, that they didn't deserve to make the playoffs and they wouldn't make it. He thought that I was talking ill about the team. I wasn't talking ill about them. I was just stating facts because I did not see anything that told me this year that the University of Texas was going to be a national championship contender. N- I mean, look, you could talk about this Make a Wish kid being a Heisman Trophy winner or candidate, and yes, for 35 cents a day, you still can contribute to the University of Texas at Austin's funds to get five competent offensive linemen to protect Arch Manning because he most certainly ain't coming out of the program this year to go pro because ain't no team is going to accept him. They're going to treat him as bad as the Browns treated Shador Sanders. But I'll talk about him a little later. Now, brothers and sisters, we are gathered here today to read the last rites of the University of Texas and their hopes of being a college football playoff program in 2025. They were ranked number one to begin the season. It seemed high. The expectations were through the roof. And everybody and their mama wanted to see University of Texas succeed. But I, on this very program, said that I see 3 losses in their future. 2 were very easy to diagnose. So I'm not claiming that I was a Nostradamus. I said I see I see an L in the horseshoe in Columbus because they basically made Ohio State having to be insulted, which I would be too. I would be highly insulted, and they were. They were highly insulted. How dare the national champions, the defending national champions, be ranked number 3 in our own crib with this team that we dismissed only 7 months prior? How dare you do this to us? That's what I would have said if I was Ryan Day to my Buckeyes team, and I think that is what they said to him. And we had to experience the Buckeye hangover. As for those of you who don't understand, Steve Sarkisian, the head coach of Texas, he was an assistant at USC. He was an assistant in Alabama as well. He unfortunately at times has a problem with the sauce. He loves to be a little sauced up, and it's unfortunate that he's sauced up. Now he supposes he's clean and sober, but the decision making that he does in these games sometimes makes you think he must drink before he takes the field. He must have drank something real hard and stiff when he took the field in Columbus because Ohio State couldn't do anything wrong against them defensively, and Texas managed a touchdown with 2 minutes to go in the game. Otherwise, this wonderful program that was ranked number 1 to begin the season would have been shut out.
Slip motherfucker.
Well, I think his is like red and white. We might do the brown too. Screw you, LeBron James. Now Texas supposedly rebounded, and I put that in quotes because we saw Arch Manning put on a wonderful performance against University of Texas at San Antonio, by throwing 11 straight, no, 10 straight incompletions. His stat line was beautiful. 11 to 25 against a directional school. 11 to 25. And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, we're doomed. As a Texas fan, we're doomed. And so coming in October, of course, we're hyped up. We got the Red River rivalry on deck in the city that I love most because I love Dallas. I mean, everything was wonderful. It was lined up and redemption was at hand. But we had to go to Gainesville and get plastered.
Gator bait.
I'm sure that Sarkeesian hit the bars in Gainesville, probably had about 4 or 5 different toasts, and he was sauced. 29-14 before the team said, "Oh, we need to actually play. We're actually ranked in the top 10, and we're about to be defeated at the hands of an unranked team, and you fell short." 29-21. That's loss number 2. So you were hung over in Columbus, Sarkeesian. You were plastered in Gainesville. Now, I'll give you credit. You must have sobered up. You must have went to an AA meeting before going to Dallas because that was the best performance your team had all year. I mean, you made Oklahoma look absolutely pathetic, and I give you mad credit for it. That halfway made my year. Now, you can make up for the other half of my year. I wouldn't care if you go to the playoffs. If you beat Texas A&M, then I might be able to say, well, they might, but I don't think you are. But I digress. So the rest of October, after we had to deal with you being plastered in Gainesville, was was resuscitated with the dub against Oklahoma in Dallas. So we go through the rest of October, everything is fine. We get to November, and you have a home game against Vanderbilt, and Vanderbilt, the miracle upon miracles, they actually are having a good season, and they were actually ranked in the top 10, and you beat them. Although you played a crappy fourth quarter, you still beat them. Should have been 34-10, ended up being 34-31. You did a great job in beating that school with nothing but doctors, lawyers, and engineers. You did a wonderful job. But it looks like that team rested on the laurels of that game and saw ahead to their next home game, well, next big home game, not the one against Arkansas, but the one after that, the one against Texas A&M, when you had to go between the hedges and you had the opportunity to avenge this team because they've had your number. They beat you down in late October in Austin. They beat you down in early December, although you did come back to tie it and force overtime in the SEC championship game. And you got wasted. So let me get this straight. So you were hungover in Columbus, you were plastered in Gainesville, and you were wasted in Athens. And so was the rest of the team. The rest of the team was wasted too, because it was proven in the fourth quarter. All of you must have introduced everybody to alcohol because Sarkeesian, you're not ready for prime time. And Texas is not ready for prime time. And yet you could say, well, I'm not going anywhere. Go somewhere, please. Because how you are coaching this team, it is not happening, sir. The offensive line is weak. The defensive line takes turns being weak and strong, but they're weak for the most part if a team likes to run on them, especially if a quarterback likes to run on them. Weak. And the Heisman Trophy candidate, that was Arch Manning, He's made to look like a Make-A-Wish kid. And now for the highlight of the 2025 season for Arch Manning, here's Sarah McLachlan. In the arms of an angel, fly away with me. Oh, in the arms of an angel, you will find me. For 35 cents a day, you can donate to the University of Texas to find Arch Manning 5 capable offensive linemen to block for him. And maybe we can find those 5 offensive linemen in time for the next season so he can be in the Downtown Athletic Club in next December to accept the Heisman Trophy. But in terms of 2025, that is over. And now it's time to read you the last rites. University of Texas, no playoffs for you. You were a hurt dog before you were in the race. You got a chance to measure up and understand what it would have to take for you to be one of the 12 best, and not just one of the 12 best. You had a chance to see what it would take to be the best, and you didn't measure up at all against Ohio State. You didn't measure up at all against Georgia, and you took for granted a Florida team that was not ranked. Thought you could roll your helmet on the field and dominate the team, and you got dominated, as you should have. Rest in peace, Texas. No playoffs for you. And for 35 cents a day, you can donate to the University of Texas Austin program to find 5 capable 300-pound plus offensive linemen to adequately block for Arch Manning and whomever is going to run out the backfield as well. Otherwise, we'll be doing the same thing next year. Rest in peace, Texas. No playoffs for you. Oh, and one more thing. For all of you to say, well, Texas could get in with 3 losses. Oh, if they beat Texas A&M, they don't deserve it. No. No. Do not put them in the playoffs. No. No, sir. No, sir. Ready? Ready? Oh, no. Ready? Oh! Ready? Oh! Ready? Oh! No playoffs for you, Texas. None. Zilch. Zero. Bah.